Okay, once again, guys, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. Once again, guys, breaking news. You probably heard it and you saw it in my shorts. Aaron Rodgers has requested he wants out of New York, per source. Same thing what happened to Daniel Jones. He requested to be released by the Giants, which he was granted. Guys, I really feel bad for the New York Jets. This is something that down the road is going to affect this team. Don't be surprised, Devontae Adams also call it quit. Uh, Unfortunately, the Jets are cleaning house. Yes, they're starting all over. I feel you, Jets fans. I really do, guys. It's not easy. I called this out years ago when he hurt his Achilles. I said when he's returning back, it's not going to be good for him. I brought this up a while back. People got disappointed with me when I said, remember when they did the same thing to Brett Favre? They got Brett Favre. What happened? The team was terrible. And then Favre was traded to Minnesota. Well, Aaron Rodgers wants out. I don't think he's going to make it through the season. I can't blame the guy. He's a winner. He's a veteran. He's a Hall of Famer. But then I'm going to say something that I've been saying all year long. Their ego, their pride. When you have that in the team, guys, that's not good. I'm a firm believer. For you to win in this league, you got to have a 53-man roster. If you don't have a 53-man roster, you can't win in this league. It's not about an individual person. It's about a whole team. You start up with 95 people at you want to call it what do you call it? Oh my gosh, I just had a brain. Preseason. Sorry. You get all these players in preseason. You get the draft. And look what happens. Then you don't want to give a rookie a try. You don't want to give it's sad. You make trades. You go to two practice squads. You do all this. And then what has Roger has done coming to New York? If you think Salas was your problem, I got Ben should tell you it wasn't Salas. If you think your GM was your problem, I don't think it was a GM. You better look closer at your personnel. And that's part of the personnel, but that's not the problem. Ego is the problem. Pride is the problem for this football team. 1 week, their offense is doing well. Second week, the offense do bad. The defense do good. The defense do good, and the offense don't score. And then you get to a hot streak. You started 2-0. Then you were 2-1. First game of San Francisco. And we get excited as fans. We get so excited. And that's what we do because that's normal. But one thing I learned about big cities, and that's Miami, California, the 49ers, New York Giants, New York Jets, Dolphins, like I just said. Big cities, people expect you to win. You know why? Because there's people that invested in that team. And when you lose the investment of the team, that's not good. That is not good for any NFL team. Let's be honest, guys. This is sports. And people are invested in sports, in their team, because they're winning. When you're losing, you're not winning anything. Let's be honest. But I do feel bad for the New York Jets. I really do, guys. And I feel you guys because I understand. I've been there as a Dolphin. When Jimmy Johnson took over, then Dan Marino was the quarterback. Then they let Dan Marino retired. Then you name it, all the coaches that came through from Jimmy Johnson. What a disaster. Then we got Tyreek Hill. We got Water in the draft. We got Odell Beckham this year. And we're a Super Bowl team. And we started 2-6. But one thing about the Dolphins, the tables are turning. It's the second half of the season. And they're playing good ball. Worst case scenario, if they don't make it, two teams that probably they should have beat, the Colts and the Cardinals. And they didn't. But I still believe Miami will go 11-7 and make it to the playoffs. I'm a firm believer. It's hard to keep a team intact and keep everybody on the same page. When there's a player in your team that doesn't want to play, that's a distraction. Like I call it, that's a cancer in your team. You don't need cancer in your team. You get rid of cancer. I could use Pittsburgh as an example when Antonio Brown was gone. And I don't say it's in a bad way either. Okay? Then the running back was let go because of the pride, the money. They wanted money. Right now, they would have stayed with the team. They would have been Hall of Famers. But sometimes the ego gets to you, the pride gets to you, man. And it happens in life. And, money's not everything in the world. But once again, like I told you, the people are invested. They are invested in the team. And when the team is losing, you're going to lose those investments. And that's a problem. Woody have his hand full. I can tell you right now, you're going to see a major cleanup house in New York. If Rodgers leave, where can he goes? I can't say, guys. I can see a couple of teams. But I'm gonna say something. You probably see Devontae Adams go right behind him. Okay, Lazario right behind him. I mean, Woody is the owner. What can you do? He's the owner. He's the guy that gives the paycheck. He could do whatever he wants, regardless of what you think as a fan or not. If he's not happy with his team, he's going to make a change. He's going to make it. And so far, he's done two changes: the general manager and the coach. And now the quarterback. I know it's kind of hard, guys. I'm not saying it's easy as becoming a Jets fan. I'm a Dolphin fan, and I've been through that. When we have good players, Cameron Wake, and we have Ryan Tannehill. And it was clicking. Sometimes the offense clicked and the defense wasn't. Then what the owner did, when the owner took over, Ross said, you know what, clean house. Give it to everybody. Let's start from fresh. Brings in a new coach. We start back-to-back years, especially the last 2 years, 7-2. And look at the difference. This year, we started 2-6. That's why I believe the tables is turning for the Miami Dolphins. I'm a positive guy, okay? Then you got preseason. You got 95 players coming in preseason this year, the most I've ever seen in the league. It used to be 75. We had 95. Some teams had 95, 96 players. Build around them. Give them a chance. Give them an opportunity. Give a college kid an opportunity. They don't do that. They go out there for free agency because they think that the player is better. It's going to make them better. Just figure that out, guys. It's just common sense. Let's be honest. It's common sense. I feel bad for the Jets. I really do. It's something that they're going to have to deal for a while. A rebuilding stage, it's not easy, guys. It's not easy at all. Tell the Miami Dolphins. Tell the Carolina Panthers, which they're still waiting for the rebuild. And they pick these quarterbacks, and man, you know what? Let's get the quarterback. He's going to win. Yeah, but how can you pick a quarterback from a draft pick when you don't have receivers to support cast around him? You don't have a running back to support him. You don't have enough offensive line to support him. Does that make sense? Think about it. The quarterback is the leader of the team. He's the driver. Around him is all the passengers. So he needs all his passengers to get aboard with him so he could be in the same page. But if you don't have a running game, you don't have a receiver, what good does it do if you draft a quarterback? You're going to put him there and say, hey, man, this is what I got. Let's see if you can win. That's why I disagree with what they did with the guy from the Carolina Panthers. Young. They don't give him a chance. Now you got Daniels going to Chicago. They gave him, I'd say a decent, productivity of players around him to win. Look at the guy from Washington Commanders, how well he's doing. See, that's how you do it. You build through the draft. Whether win, lose, or draw, you're going to have to do it. But see, the Jets, Miami, and all these players already, no, we want to win now. Well, how can you win now when you don't have the supporting cast? I mean, that's true. We could sit here and criticize. We could talk. We could say whatever you want about our team. But you have to be real. You have to step back and look at all these intangibles and things that goes around your team. That what builds a team. A quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, an offensive line. But sometimes we step back and we said, "Oh, we have the best quarterback in the world." Yeah, but you could have the worst offensive line in the world. That's not going to make a difference. And I use Rodgers as an example. And let's get Devontae Adams over here. He gets traded, comes to New York. What do Jets fan does? Oh, now we got it. We got our guy. Yeah? Well, how do you get your guy? How many games do you want with Devontae Adams? You see, one player does not make the difference. It's a whole 53-man roster. I've been saying this from day one, guys. I am a firm believer of a 53-man roster. You got to give these players a chance to win and play in the National Football League. How do you know your first round pick is good? Your second round, your fifth round, your 15th round. Look at Zach Thomas. Oh, he's a small middle linebacker, too small, can't play in this league. Hall of Famer. How do you know if you don't give an opportunity? You got to give the individual an opportunity to play in this league. I'm sorry, guys. That's my opinion. And if I'm wrong, you know what? There's a comment there, and leave your comments. And tell me how I feel when I tell you this. I want every player in this league to be successful. But if you have pride and an ego, you got a problem. If you think you're the only receiver, they throw the ball to you in the. So what you got a tight end? What you got a running back you throw the ball to? Oh, because you're special? That's not what it is, guys. It's a team sport. And that's what happened to the New York Jets. I don't think it's a team. I think it's a lot of individuals out there. Because, see, we look at the outside. We don't look at the inside. Because we don't know what's going on in the inside. And you got players that come out in the press conference and say, "No, man, we're trying our best." And I'm not going to take that from them. We're trying our best to win the game. We try, man, but, our luck is not on our side. Yeah, it happens. It happens. But then you got an individual come and says, "Well, give me the ball to me, and I bet you I'll make you win." Really? Really? I'm going to say it again. Why do you have 53-man roster? You go make trades. You go to the draft. You go to the practice squad, take players away from other teams, which that's what they do. But nothing to show for it. Like I said, the Jets are in trouble, guys. They are. I wish they could turn it around. I wish they could, but Aaron Rodgers just said it. Just get me out of here, man. I had enough. And I can't blame him. He's a Hall of Famer. He's a winning quarterback. But I'm going to say this. His time is up. Sometimes I know you love this game, but sometimes it's hard to let it go. And you have to let it go, regardless. So, but anyhow, before I leave, I want to thank everybody that have subscribed to my channel. I got 209 subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing, guys. Thank you so much for the likes and the comments. I do have videos on the shorts. A lot of my videos are the breaking news that I get. I try to get as much information I get for you guys out there. Remember, man, next week is Thanksgiving. Don't forget to give thanks, man. It's very important what God has done in our life, and what we have gone through. We got to stay positive. Enjoy your family. Help others. Don't get involved into any negativity. This is a time where everybody's as a unity, as a family, gets together around the table and give thanks, for having loved ones and those that we don't have here anymore. They're upstairs in the sky that we missed. That's why it is important to cherish everything you have in your life. Your son, your brother, your sister, your friends. It's important, guys. Don't leave no one out. Your grandparents. It's very important. the quality of life, the quality of our family, especially what God has given us. And I'm not here judging anybody. Everybody has a different way of thinking, and I respect that. But anyhow, once again, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching to the channel. And once again, man, you guys have a blessed night and stay classy, man. And good luck to everybody tomorrow. And I'll be back tomorrow. You guys have a nice night and God bless.